I mean, what do we have to even compare that to nowadays?
I don't know. It's hard to judge. That's like judging how hot a stick figure is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How good
it's
is the artist?
It's a little curvy. I don't know.
How good is the artist? Yeah. Was he taking a license with that? Yeah.
You know what my favorite thing to do to get through the workday is?
What?
I pretend I'm doing my job in space.
What?
Hey there, Midnighters and Moonlighters. This is your closer-in-chief with the check-in. Tonight's shift is plagued with space ghosts of our past. Better days, when Big Smoke first became an American dad, when I used to go on ventures with my bros, before Jolly Green went off to super jail. Management advises the carrying and use of proton packs when dealing with nostalgia infestations. And please report to MedLab 2020 if you experience any symptoms of phantom limb, aeon fluctuations, or a severe hunger force. And hey, if you've ever spent way too many night shifts dwelling on past mistakes over a sink full of dishes, hit those like and subscribe buttons. This one's for you.
Welcome to Nightwatch, everybody. This is your closer-in-chief, sitting here with Big Smoke and Jolly Green. How you boys doing today?
Ahoy!
Excellent.
You sure?
Could be possibly lying. I'm all right. You know.
Well, how's your day been going? You've had the longest day out of the three of us, Jolly. How's your day been going today?
It's all right. Went to class.
What'd you do after the class?
Wanted to go home, go to sleep, but it didn't work out that way.
Are you saying we passionately made love to our woman?
No, I'm sorry. I couldn't lie and be like, "Oh yeah, man."
Now, Jolly, we went over this last time, the last episode. Don't tell me the truth. Don't be honest with me.
Lie to me.
Lie through your teeth.
What about you, Big Smoke? How's your day been going so far?
Man, I'm flying high. I don't know about you cats. I went down, did my usual thing. Woke up, stretched, did the kind of stretch, punched the bag a few times, stretched out because I'm old. Went down to the post office, did my, reached in their bag and pulled out a whole bunch of crap out of my P.O. box that I didn't want, and then nothing that I did want or expecting, nothing that showed up.
I never had a P.O. box. Do you still get like junk mail and stuff?
Yeah, you get all kinds of junk mail in there. But I did it because, a few Amazon products that I bought, they put those suckers right there on the stoop, and those suckers grow legs and walk away.
Oh yeah.
So I just got a P.O. box, and I check it weekly because I buy too much crap from Amazon. so
it is a problem.
The stuff that says it was supposed to arrive today didn't arrive. It's still, it got that cute little tracking feature on there that shows you it's almost delivered, but it's not delivered. So
your package is 10 stops away.
Yeah.
I have a P.O. box too, and it is a pain in the ass. But I will say though, I never have to worry about it growing legs and walking away.
Just no stealing from me.
No.
Did that, and then of course I went to my favorite convenience store, and I tried to convince that girl to go out with me. She smiled a lot. I'm working on it though. That's just I'm growing on her like a fungus. I don't know. She's gonna submit eventually.
What was it? Persistence and
persistency
and
wearing her down.
Tenacity, baby. That's my number one feature. I'm tenacious. I just
they talk a lot about that being such a bad thing nowadays. You're not being persistent. You're being creepy, or you're being pushy, and and especially in a customer service position, they're not supposed to just outright reject you or tell you to fucking get lost because it's their job to smile and be polite.
And be polite. But hey, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
What is what is your go-to story as far as complete and utter misunderstanding of just taking mixed signals the complete wrong way?
On the customer service end or on the customer end?
Well, I'm sure you've got one for both. So so
yeah.
start wherever you like.
Yeah, you actually see one of mine from the customer service.
Well, yeah, you just throw out those vibes to everybody that comes through that window.
I am. I just spread the love. I mean, but yeah, I mean, the one where like we're always behind and whatever. Like they say, stuff is done and it's not done.
Yeah,
and I just joked. I'm like, hey, look, humans rarely keep up with technology. I apologize. That was it. That was it. And I got a complaint. The heavyset black guy at the window antagonized me by saying that the food wasn't ready because humans aren't as good as technology. I said, well, that's a stretch of what I said, but yeah, okay. I am heavyset and I am black, but really, what grinds my gears about that one?
What's that?
Is that these are two black people saying that about me. I was like, I swear to God, I don't get any complaints from white people. It's always the black people. Like they try to hang me out on the rafters, just legs swinging from the post. I'm like,
well, I don't know about anybody else out there, but I don't want to end up on a fucking t-shirt, They try to start no revolution and try to get no hashtags out there. At least something that's not Signal Flare Studio branded, That's
I mean, I won't say I'm down for the struggle. I'm down for my struggle. I'm not down for the struggle. But Jesus Christ, I mean, you gotta try to come get me. I mean, try to get me. Like, come on. From the other end of it, from the customer side, I treat every customer service person with the utmost respect, especially food service. I mean, but anybody. I got a really good rapport with the Amazon guy. It's always the same guy. He comes around from the mail person. I actually know his name. Hey, Dwayne, shout out to you, brother. I gave him my freaking. I gave him our podcast. He's probably listening. Dwayne, hey baby, man, I know you. I see you out there, man, sweating out there. The letter carrier that we used to have, I bought that guy a couple of Cokes. I'm like, hey, look, man, I just thought about you as I was driving up, and I went and got some Cokes. I gave him a 6-pack of Cokes. Hey, just saying, hey, look. We see you out here, dude. I give a nod to all the customer service people. Mm-hmm. People look down on anybody who's like delivering your mail, serving your food, cash register at the 7-Eleven.
It was this fucking peasants that's in front of me.
Serve me. How dare you make me wait in this line? Why is there only one cashier here? Can someone else get on the cashier line because I don't want to wait? And then
it's like, ladies and gentlemen, we have found the main character. Please look to aisle 3.
And I'm sitting behind these people. I'm like, raccoon turd. Get on this line. You don't deserve to be served. Get the hell out of here.
What about you, Jolly?
And that's what grinds my gears.
What about you, Jolly? What's a good mixed signal encounter that you've had with somebody either from the receiving end or the
receiving end? I just recently went on a delivery and addresses were messed up. It was both parties mainly, you know what I mean? I want to say it's a little less mine, but I'm not that type of a bigot, you know what I mean? I'm going to split it right down the equal. It was a mess up. And I'm always respectful. And I try talking the best I can. And the gentleman was totally fine, you know what I mean? He was calm. Just trying to figure out stuff. His girlfriend was not. There was nothing I could say to make that any better. But I tried, like, I'm so sorry for this. Like, this is a complete mess up. Oh, I know it is. And I'm like, please.
That's when you got to match their energy badge. Like, you're goddamn right, this is a mess up. Yeah. This is outrageous. I'm about to take this pizza back for you. I'm going to find whoever made it. And I'm going to throw it in their fucking face.
You want me yelling them for you? Get your shit together, guys.
Oh, man. I forget which job it was that I was working on. If it was this one years ago or if it was a different place. But I just remember I had this one younger girl that was working as a CSR cashier, and she would constantly have this issue of people would like pick on her. Like she was the weak one. She was, all right, I found the limp-legged sheep out of the herd. That's my target. And they would just berate and yell at her. And so what I would do and she was in on it. She knew what I was doing. I would come up and I would start yelling and berating at her, but worse than the customer was, so that she would, run off crying, and, nice big bold air quotes there. And make the customer feel so fucking bad. Just you would see a look of guilt on. I mean, other than the true psychopaths, there were some of these where they no effect whatsoever. But some of them like, oh my god, did I just get her fired? Listen, it wasn't that bad. It was just some pretzels. I'm like, no, you were right. She completely fucked that up. She did not put enough salt on those pretzels. I got you. She's clearing her shit out of her locker as we speak, And then, like 2 days later, they'd be back through, and she'd be right back there at the counter smiling and everything, and they just walk past on her.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Nah, man.
Keep walking.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, I get used to it now. In fact, I'm actually like, okay, what did they say about me? Okay, yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. All right, yeah. Chalk, that's like 174. I look past it now. Before I used to be like, oh, motherfucking scatterbrain. That's not what happened. I'm like, I know where this fool lives. I'm gonna go right there. Whoa, back up. Yeah. Let's not take that to the next level. De-escalation is the key.
See, I like to think that I've mastered the polite but firm no with some people, because you have to sometimes. Like they're just completely out of line. But there'll be times where that's not enough for them. They want what they want, the way that they want it. They want that free pizza because you've offended their family and dishonored their cow and everything else. So they'll be like, listen, I want to talk to who's your manager? Like,
that's me.
I am the manager.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one.
You love doing that, dude.
Love that
you
one
can
so
see it
much.
when you don't even have to hear the question over the phone line, because he gets this grin on his face. Well, I am the manager. And it's like cool and calm.
And I'm afraid I cannot help you. Yeah. But so they'll be like, oh, well, there's got to be somebody above you. Like, listen, I can give you the corporate hotline number. You can give them a call. It's 1-800 blah 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 blah. 555-5555. And I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, and you know what? That's Chief capital CHIEF. I want you to make sure you spell that name right. I want them to know that I sent you. Make sure you got that right. If you're gonna put my name in your mouth, you're gonna
get it right.
Get it right.
Address and everything, so you make sure you get the right information there. There's going to be, listen, I'm going to warn you now, there's going to be some automated messages, but just be patient, stick through. You'll get to somebody eventually. Just really get in there.
You'll get this resolved.
Yeah. They'll be able to help you out better than I can.
Wow. What really gets me is the ones who come into the store and they go, hey, Big Smoke, he was a really nice guy. I mean, He's a really decent guy. I mean, he's always got a smile on his face. And I just wanted to come here and tell you guys that. And I'm like, she did that? Sweet old lady. I mean, I like that. I mean, that totally, washes out all the other dipshits out there who want to like drag Big Smoke through the mud, and they go into muscle failure because I'm too fat.
I will say I do always love getting those calls. Except for Friday night at 6 p.m. when we're, elbow deep in the middle of a dinner rush. And, there's a manager call on line 2. And I got to stop what I'm doing and go take care of that real quick. Pizza's spitting out of the oven. This is, Manager Chief, how can I help you? Yeah. I just wanted to let you know that your drivers are doing such a good job. Thanks. Can you leave a comment on the online post or something? Just, I don't have time for that. No, obviously I'm not like that, but, that's what I want to say. Like, listen, lady, I got 30 pizzas flying out of this oven right now.
And I've always been respectful. The other side of it, the other coin, I've always been respectful when I'm anyone with the service, anyone in general, but in the service industry, always tip good. You know what I mean? Because it's a hard job. It really is. I've really not had a point where I've really got upset with somebody. I think it was DoorDash once, which I really wasn't coming in and getting their services. I pretty much was a middleman in the service. And she looked at me and was like, I'm cashing out so you can wait. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, I forget honestly what I said, but it was, oh, man, maybe I was the asshole. Now that I think of it more.
Let's find out. Were you the asshole? What did you say? What did you do? What happened? Tell us more.
I went in and asked, was sitting there waiting, and she didn't say anything, and she was counting her drawer, and she said, I my drawers are which, I'm counting my drawers, so I can't help you. And I was like, oh yeah, moved on. And at that point, it just went downhill with it and everything else. Yeah.
As somebody with years of experience in customer service, I don't think you were really the asshole in that situation.
No,
I think you were
really.
just fine. Yeah, that definitely sounded like.
And she definitely was seething. She knew she was doing cashing out. Cash out, get the hell out. I understand that fully. I really do.
But hey, somebody at the front counter.
She looked at me and you could see with the eye, she was like, I ain't calling for nobody. You know what I mean? I think there was a little bit more into it than that. Because in my opinion, after I said that, I'm like, man, I might have been the dick. I know you guys are saying I'm not, but I should have handled it a little bit better.
Jolly, you're like a little white puffy cloud. You are not the asshole. Yeah. You are.
Think about it from the aspect of we're all in this together. Customer service people unite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow after the shift, after you got some sleep, but fucking unite, work together, people, because it's us versus them out there. Those fucking customers versus us.
No. That's a bridge too far. That's a bridge too far.
No. I mean, for one, human beings in general, we should all be a little bit nicer to each other. Yes. But also, especially whenever you understand the struggle, like, listen, you're just trying to do a job. Yep. I'm just trying to do a job. Yeah. Do me a solid real quick. Just, I don't want to be that guy hollering to the back to get somebody. These are people just fucking
look,
help me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, Susan, there's someone up here. That was it. And you were saying Big Smoke, that one sweet little old lady comes to the door, gives you a massive tip and says, you're doing wonderful, everything else. And I tell them all the time, I tell people that all the time. They're like, man, I don't got no tip. I'm like, hey, you were gracious, you were generous. And that's honestly, at the end of the day, that all I want. Because, as I said, out of the 10, 9 of them are assholes. The one is good. You got to focus in on that one and be like, that made, or dogs. I keep dog treats in my car. I do a delivery. See a dog. Is it okay if it's bacon strips? I don't want to think I put anything in here because people are twisted.
Yeah.
Is it cool if I can give your dog a treat? Yeah, absolutely. And I love that. I think I got a call in one time that was like, he was so nice to my old dog. And he was like an old man, old dog. I mean, he was coming to the door shaking and stuff just to get some love, you know what I mean? And she was like, he was so nice to my elderly dog, and on. And just, you got to focus in on them people, because if you focus in on all the rest of them, it's going to drive you mad. It's going to whittle you down and make you hate life, and there's no reason to do that.
I am going to shout out to my best tip I ever had in the years that I've been doing this. It's a little 7-year-old kid. I won't mention his name, but he's 7 years old. And generally, I'm kind of sketchy when people send their kids to the door. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this kid's going to end up on a milk carton. They keep doing this, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right. So give him the food and stuff. And he goes, wait here. And he goes running up the stairs. And then he comes back down. He's got this fistful of like baggies. It's like he's got all these nickels that he's got like wrapped up. So there's like $1 in each bag. Aww. There's 20 freaking nickels in them. He gave me $7 in nickels.
Nice.
The bag was heavy that night.
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't know how much to give you. I'm like, I said, hey, anything's better than zero. Just give me $1 or $2. He goes, no. My grandfather says that every time that we order food, we should tip. And my dad, he leans real close and he whispers conspiratorially, and my dad never tips. So I want to give you this. And I'm like, all right, little man. I was trying, guys, they're growing up around here to diffuse this, but he would not let me give his money back. And I got a fistful of nickels. It is the best customer ever. I'm like, God, this kid is awesome. I mean, I recommend he be Pope.
Yeah. I nominate him.
Yeah. Forget all you bishops. Y'all can kick rocks. This little guy here.
Showing it how it's done.
Yeah. I mean, man, he was the best guy ever.
I had a similar situation about a month ago. I went down, and the mother was having trouble finding the money and stuff. And the little kids were sweet. I was talking to him and stuff. And he goes, hold on. Goes and grabs this miniature Monopoly money. I still got it in my car because I like to keep it. I have a bad day. I go, hey, look, I remember that. And he hands me this Monopoly money. He was like, you're paid. You're good to go. You know what I mean? And I was like, I really appreciate that. I'm a sucker. Sometimes when little kids are like, can I have some money? I'll go, I made a $5 tip last one, and then I'll pull out some change, and then oh man, I do that every once in a while.
Jolly,
feeding the raccoons, man.
Yeah, Jolly, don't ever go to a third world country. You will be broke. You will be broke. The little cats are.
I remember I did that one time, and it was just one, and I said that, and I'm telling you what, cushions moved, the wall started. Shuddering, and a kid came out of there. I was like, oh my goodness. And they're like, can we have some money? Yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, there goes my tips for the last 5 hours.
Don't do it. I can see you doing that. Alec, don't do that. No, hell no.
But yeah, that tip, the Monopoly money really got me. Because the mother, I didn't think she was going to have it. I thought she was going to have to come back. You know, she was really struggling. And that little boy went, hold on. And it was like, here, I paid this for my mom or whatever. And I was like, that's so sweet. You know what I mean?
I like some of our customers, we got a lot of repeat customers. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of repeat customers. And some of them, I'm sorry. Some of them are ghetto fabulous. They are. I mean, spending way too much money, and they never tip. So like any person, I recognize these addresses when they come up. I'm like, this guy, this lady, this is the dude who doesn't like to wear clothes when he comes to the door. Not this guy again. And I remember one time it was like right. Oh shit! This fool's right down the street. The one I'm thinking of doesn't wear any freaking clothes. I'm like, oh god! It always seems like he's been running a marathon because he's always sweaty. And I'm like, oh my god! This is not what I want to see at my old age.
Hands you the cash and it's slightly damp. Yeah.
Well, this fool. This one time he comes down there and he was $1.67 short. Hey man, can you kick in and give me $1.67? What?
Can you kick in?
No, fool. I'm delivering this. You need to pay me.
You got this fucked up.
He looked at me like I just kicked this cat. I'm like, man, it's just $1.67. $1.67 you gonna get because I'm not giving you this food unless you give me $1.67.
What was it I heard you say one time? It's like, go dig around them couch cushions.
Yeah.
Go check that car ashtray, you know.
You better start shaking them pants legs and make sure you find that little change. And so I ended up taking the food back. And he was like, you really going to take the food back? Yes, I'm really going to take the food back.
Listen, we love our customers, but we're doing a job for a reason. I'm not trying to pay for your food.
I'm like, what is it? This ain't the Goodwill. And the Goodwills are the ones that are robbing you.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah.
Yeah, you talking about sweaty money. Every once in a while, you get that woman that comes in. Yeah, let me get it for you, dog. Reaches into the cleavage. Yeah, here you go. And I'm like, yeah.
Sweaty boob money, man.
I've had a woman one time answer with a bra and panties on. That's it. And I was like, oh my, you know what I mean? And she went through the whole thing, and I was like, she didn't give a fuck. She was like, you know what I mean? I'm relaxing today. This is my only day off. I'm relaxing.
I gotta pay $5.99.
Yeah. Took a second for the brain to work there. Yeah.
OnlyFans be damn. OF. I don't need
that last delivery was awesome. It was like a damn peep show.
I don't need. Oh well, we got a few repeat customers who are exotic dancers. They answer the door the same way. And it's like sometimes, like the ones that are like 12:30, they just got off. You could tell they just got off working that night, you know. And she comes to the door and she's got all this glitter and she smells like vanilla. And then, that'd be 1998. And she reaches into her bra, she pulls out this wad of money, and it's obviously damp. And she counts out that money, and look, and it takes exceptional willpower to go, I'm not gonna sniff.
I was just gonna say something too.
I am not gonna sniff this money. I'm gonna put this in my bag, and I'm not gonna sniff the bag later. I'm just gonna take this money and stick it in my locker, and I'm not gonna sniff the locker later. I'm just gonna do it.
In front of everybody, you're like, that's fucking disgusting. And then you hustle to the car real quick. Oh my God. It stinks so good.
The residue.
Look, I get it. It's a thing for people, but for me, the sensory issue is just no. I see that when I know it's gonna be damp, and like I offended a woman one time as a delivery driver. She reached into that front chest pocket, pulled out that wad of cash, paid me out and everything, and she's holding the cash out, and I had a look on my face, and I'm like reaching out with just two fingers, Thank you very much. You have a good day. And like you could hear the tone of my voice, like I was on the verge of having a nervous breakdown, and the look on her face, I'm like, oh no. No, listen, it's not you.
Not you. It really is me.
I just don't want to touch this. This is gross. They gotta have hand sanitizer in the car. I just no, man. No. I don't. Listen, all people are. I mean, all human beings are by nature just disgusting. That's just how it is. You know, we're all gross. Yes. We all sweat. We all got bodily functions and everything. And so that allows me to get through the day just thinking like, fuck it. It just really is everywhere. You know, I just got to get past that. Otherwise, I'd be hypochondriac and obsessive, washing my hands and wearing 3 layers of gloves and everything else. I couldn't survive in a world like that. Absolutely not. I could not be a bubble boy. But
looking like
there are days where I want to sometimes.
Yeah, you'd be all wrapped up looking like a Chernobyl visitor, all gas mask and everything else.
Well, yeah, there was this one coworker who's not with us anymore. He had gut issues. And I remember one time he was sitting there, like, he looked like he was, like, uncomfortable. And then, like, he had this, like, really, like, urgent look on his face. And he went running to the restroom. And, being a former medical professional, I was like, I recognized the signs. I'm like, he's probably in some kind of distress. Well, I went up to the bathroom, and I hear this incredibly loud flatulence.
Little porcelain rattler.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, God. Like, holy shit.
God help me.
and so when he comes out, I swear to God, what came out of that bathroom, I'm like, holy cow. I don't know whether I should close the door or let it escape.
It's like the old Bugs Bunny episodes where the pie does the come hither. You know what I mean? It comes out like creepy.
Yeah. I'm like, wow.
Picturing that scene from Friday where he's got the door swung wide open, air spray going everywhere.
It's like, wow. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can, yeah.
Air freshener. Air spray.
Hey, man, if you're out there, I didn't mention your name, so, your secret is safe. Well, the secret's out, but
the secret is out, but you are safe.
Yeah, your identity is safe.
Well, I was telling Chief the other day, I'm having trouble using the bathroom there because the toilet's messed up.
Oh.
So I'll go and flush it, but then there's still like some there's still some stuff going on in there, and then he's like, you're up, and I'm like, oh man. Now I'm debating: do I run out and leave that for the next person, or do I tell the whole everybody, don't go in there, don't go in, or what do I do? And then honestly, there's like a can up there of like Pine Sol that's empty, and I've been filling it up in the sink, dumping it into the back, trying to get this thing to hurry up and fill the hell up so I can get out of here.
Yeah,
there's been a few times I had a breakdown. And I'm like, God, fucking damn it.
One of our lady workers, she did that. She did a number 2 in there, and then that sucker broke down, and she was like, Big Smoke? I'm like, what? What's up? She, I have a problem. I'm like, go see a doctor. I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why are you coming to me? I need your help. Oh, fine. What is it? What do you need? She, what's in the bathroom? And I'm like, of course, being a dirty old man, I'm like, is this chick coming on to me? We got cameras all over this bitch. You don't want to be fucking around here. No, it's not that. I'm like, well, what? Spit it out, woman. What is it? And she's like, well, there's something wrong with the toilet. I don't. Oh, so is this a problem you need fixed, or you need help? Understanding what to do to fix it. Well, I kind of want you to deal with it. I'm like, you
want me to clean up your mess?
That's exactly how I mean. You want me to clean up your shit?
I'm not your dad. I'm not your husband.
Well, what my default is? It's going to be $3.
Gonna need about $3.50.
$3. I said, give me $3 and I'll fix it. You gonna charge me for it? Woman, you want me to go waddling into your excrement to fix your... No, give me $3 and I'll fix it. So she was so pissed she gave me the money right here. I'm like, I put the money in my pocket, went into the back closet, got the bucket, put some water in it, and I said, remember this, this is why you guys need men. Grab the water bucket, went into the back, poured the water, and she goes, that's how it's done. Water volume. That's all this is, water volume.
Water displacement.
Yeah, she got so pissed. And I was like, and I'm not giving the money back.
It's like, well, I could have done that. It's like, but did you?
And in my head, I'm going, you need to eat more fiber. That's what
As you walk away, and you need to do something with that diet.
You need to eat more leafy. You need more roughage. I tell you, because now I know what your shit looks like. And she has never looked at me the same since. Hey, you know who you are. I'll see you Wednesday.
Ladies and gentlemen, like and subscribe for more of this riveting conversation.
Like,
please.
comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Now watch, everybody's going to be looking at each other. Was it you?
I'm waiting for the backlash after this.
Was it you?
You know what this reminds me of? Where if we keep up with this kind of topics and everything. You ever watch that show, Black Sails?
Yeah.
He's got the whole crew pissed off at him because he can't really do shit.
He can't do anything.
And he gets out there. So he finally figures out this thing, right? He gathers up all the scuttlebutt, the ship gossip and everything, right? He gets up there with the list and he stomps his feet, gets everybody's attention. It's like, such and such was, seen shitting off the side of the bow the other night, and not wiping his ass before returning to work in the galley, and this and that. And everyone's like looking around at each other, and like whoever it was, like he's doing it all anonymous, but whoever it was got up and like punched him in the face, and they're like, "Oh, dude, you're the guy who didn't fucking wash his hands."
Oh, so you didn't say the best part of that. I think he either...
Oh, the one guy was fucking the goat or something like that. The dairy goat.
I think he reached into his pants and got himself a grab full and then touched his face with it. And then said something I can't remember.
Yeah, this is what's happening right now. We're spreading around all the gossip. We're not naming any names.
Yeah, it was the goat one. Yeah, and they were like, yeah. He's like, it happened, and he's waiting for everybody to like cheer him on or whatever, and he's like, you fucked the goat? Oh, that's a good series. I watched that I think 3 or 4 times all the way through.
That show is incredibly bad.
You know what took me by bad as in badass or bad?
Oh yeah, I couldn't stop watching it.
Yeah,
it was...
the very first episode. I mean, some of them are slow burners. Some of them you got to get it through a couple seasons or whatever. The first scene of that episode, just everybody carrying in the galley. They're getting ready. They're going to bust in, and they bust in. I mean, it was just such a good beginning.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like you could really put yourself in that moment of like all these fucking crazy ass raiders burst into my boat. Like we're gonna die and they're gonna eat our bodies afterwards.
We're gonna run down decks further, and you're stuck. Especially when you're down there, you can't even get to the sea. If you go to the sea, I mean, you're still gonna die. You know what I mean? And just you don't know either. Are they going to come in and just be like, hand us the money, it's good? Or are they just going to bloodbath us all? Are they just going to kill us? I mean, that has to be so scary. And then the first guy that pops in, I think he has like a mask that's a skull or something. He comes flying in there like,
I know like their main raiding forces were like the cannibal tribe guys, or at least they were all painted up to look like the cannibal tribe guys.
Yeah, he come in screaming and stuff, and everyone in the whole galley's like, ah! They don't even, no war cries, nothing, just pure fear.
I don't think I could have survived a week back in those times.
I think I said that on the last episode.
I couldn't.
Yeah. People go, that'd be so cool to live in the pirate days. Yeah, until you get scurvy or your dick drops off from like some, some crazy disease.
I've read so many like 1505, legislatures that those pirates they actually were pretty civilized. They were they were organized. They were democratic. I mean, they hunted in squadrons, and they were privateers. Some of them were privateers to Spain. Some of them were privateers for the UK, and they would clash. And if it ever got too hasty, but hey, let's get together and talk this out. I mean, they actually did that kind of stuff.
If I understand the lore correctly of like history, it's when the whole like 100 Years' War and everything else was going on. Those were privateers that each of the different states would hire on. And then all of a sudden this war dropped and they were like, yeah, you're done doing what you're doing. Oh, we've made years of a business of this, and now you're telling me I can't do this all of a sudden. And I think that's how it started.
Yeah, it's not even just you're not doing that anymore. We want our boat back.
Yeah.
And they're like, fuck you, we got the boat and the cannons. Come take
fine.
it from me. You know, that's
Yeah, I mean, they were civilized too, as much as people would have said, oh, they were barbaric. That's like, I'm saying this right, Nassau.
Nassau.
They made the whole pirate nation almost, you know what I mean? Which, for lack of a better term, I mean, any government, you know what I mean? You can say doesn't work as well as it should.
Yeah.
But, for the rough ends and everything else, they pretty much dictated their own self, you know what I mean? If there was a dispute, we just figure it out here or go to the town square and pull your pieces.
I got a kick out of some of the stories, like when one particular pirate group. She was Chinese. She was the pirate queen of the freaking North Seas. She was so successful that they had to they bartered with her. Said, "Look, stop raiding our lanes. We'll pay tribute to you. Just stop raiding.
Please stop.
And stop killing all our sailors, because now we can't even sail across the seas.
Killing all of our people. You're taking all of our boats. You're destroying all of our boats. Taking all of our money."
They basically just paid her off. They just kept paying her off so she would not raid. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this chick must have been awesome as hell. And one of the few matriarchs of any substance that I ever ran across hundreds of years ago. She really didn't need no man.
No.
She did not need no man. She was, they don't have any, depictions of what she looked like.
I think they've got like drawings and
That's
stuff.
Drawings, yeah.
That's like they had cameras back then.
But she was she was the badass of that time.
I don't want to be judgmental, but a lot of women that are in positions like that, they're not that good looking. Like you hear about, what's her name, Calamity Jane, and then Wild Bill was with her for maybe a little bit. That's Oakley. Debatable, yeah. And then they describe her, and you're like, oh man, maybe she's a good looking. And then you look her up, and it's like, holy shit, you know what I mean?
I gotta think that she was in charge of an entire armada. Her name escapes me.
I'm gonna say it wrong. Zhang Yi Shao?
Shao, yeah, that's her.
She's known to history as Xing Shi for what she accomplished once he died, because she was the wife of Zhang Yi. And yeah, whenever he died, she took over. So I guess he was the pirate king in the South China Sea, and then whenever he died, she took over as commander of the Red Flag Fleet.
Yeah, she had a fleet.
Oh yeah. She full fucking feathered cap and everything, man.
So I'm like
full bird colonel, but full bird admiral.
Admiral.
I don't know what their version of that is, but
she wasn't baby admiral. She was fleet admiral. She was the other little admirals. They answered to her. I mean, if you want to look, yeah. But that's an amazing thing. What do we have to even compare that to nowadays?
I don't know. It's hard to judge. That's like judging how hot a stick figure is.
I don't know. How good
is the artist? It's a little curvy. I don't know.
How good is the artist? Yeah. Was he taking a license with that? Yeah.
You know what my favorite thing to do to get through the workday is?
What?
I pretend I'm doing my job in space.
What?
You've seen the show Futurama? Yeah?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, great show.
Very first episode. He's a pizza delivery guy.
He's a delivery guy. Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
He gets flash frozen and cryo sleep until 1,000 years in the future. Year 3000, he gets spit out and everything. But so he wakes up 1,000 years in the future. Whole first episode is him trying to figure out how to exist essentially and figure out what's going on in this future and everything. But he eventually gets a job. as a delivery boy. So, and his first instinct, woohoo, because now he gets to do it flying around in a spaceship and shit, So that's what I do. I just kind of zone out, like, fucking chopping up pizzas in space. So it's like that SpongeBob episode, like, making Krabby Patties at night. Boxing up pizzas in space.
Oh no, my favorite, and this is messed up, but my favorite episode was the Snoo episode.
Death by Snoo.
Well, they went to this planet where all the women were like 9 feet tall,
big Amazonian,
and they were playing, and they're 9 feet tall, and they still couldn't dunk, and everybody was laughing, man. Like, well, don't they understand that we know that we've mastered the fundamentals? Like, you can't dunk though. Everybody starts crying. Then the chicks would get mad and start beating the crap out of them. Oh God, man, that was the best episode. Zap Brannigan. That guy, Zap Brannigan. And so they were punishing them by mating with them until they died, and that was Snoo.
I was always going to ask that because I've not seen that episode, and I've heard the reference so many times.
Yeah, because it's an incredible episode. And it's like, first you will mate with the beautiful women, then you will mate with the ugly women, and they all look the same. And then you will mate with the beautiful women again, and like they're all freaking ugly. And so like you hear them, and they're basically these guys. You hear them, oh yeah, baby, oh my God, no, stop, no. And then like at the end of the episode, they're all in body casts. I
remember they're like, what's Snoo? And he points over to the cave wall. There's just 2 chained up skeletons. Of, like, I mean, they're just skeletons, but you can see like a smile engraved in the face, and like the one's got a cigarette in his hand.
Oh my God!
Pelvises are completely crushed to powder.
Killed these guys, and they're like, yeah, and they're thinking back on it. They're all busted up. I had Snoo. That episode was insane. Oh man, and some of the episodes were like incredibly sad too. Like when they found the dog, the fossilized dog.
I'm not. We're not going to be sad today. I'm not.
God, that episode broke me, man. I was like, oh crap.
I want to say there was like an actual study done that says like that's the saddest episode of any show.
And I think at the end it shows like the full extent
that dog
of what.
Was loyal. He did not move. No. And then he thought he was doing the dog a favor by not cloning him and bringing him back. And really, you did that cat a disservice. It was just, oh man. I was like, I'm glad they didn't have that bad internet stuff there, because I would have been writing on the internet, you asses! Why did you do that? Yeah, that was a bad episode. Also, Zap Brannigan was in charge of the Armada, and the guy had no fighting experience. They were fighting this one enemy. He's like, yeah, we'll just keep going until they reach a certain number, and then they stop. They stop killing us. And then there's massacring his fleet. And they reach a certain number, and they just stop. I was like, oh my God.
It's so one of my favorite lines that I use whenever I'm playing games. Is just stop dying, you cowards.
That's all they did.
Zach Brannigan.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, there was something about that late '90s, early 2000s, and maybe even in the 2010s, where it was just they were really doing a lot with the late night TV, late night cartoons and stuff. Especially, I mean, Family Guy, American Dad, South Park. All started roughly around the same time. It was like between like 1999 and 2005. You started a lot of really good long running series. And I mean, to this day, I could probably sing along word for word with the Family Guy intro, the American Dad intro. I mean, iconic stuff. I mean, Robot Chicken.
Oh yeah.
It's gotta go with the copyright free one.
Well, my favorite one from Robot Chicken is the Palpatine where Vader calls Palpatine at his office after the Death Star gets blown up. Yeah, go for Palpatine. What? Where are you? You have a collect call from Darth Vader.
Is that the one where he's at the barber shop getting his haircut?
No, that's the one where he's talking crap to the council, and he's like, "Yeah, that's what I threw the whole council at him." Like he's talking about how you had to fight with Yoda, and he's throwing the council at him. He's throwing all those big giant floating pies at him, and Vader calls after he loses the Death Star. And he goes, "What? What the hell is a Millennium Falcon?" He goes, "Do you have any idea what this is going to do to my credit?" Oh yeah, just build another one. Yeah, I'm dying, dude. Oh yeah. And then like at the end of the call, he's like, "What? I love you too." Click. Clicks him on. Like, oh my god. Oh man. And then the other one where Boba Fett is like teasing Han Solo when he's still in the carbonite. You see that one?
I'm sure I have.
He's like, Han Solo's still sitting there in the carbonite and he's all frozen. And he goes, "Hey, how you doing in there?" "Oh, yeah. Hey, what's that?" He pulls out a gun. "Oh, you didn't see that one, did you?" He jumps around.
Oh, yeah, he's shit talking like he's in front of a mirror.
Yeah, and he goes, "Hey, oh, wow. Hey, man, you got your hands out. Kind of like you're begging for a piece of boba." I'm dying. Like, oh my god.
I loved how they did Boba Fett, that shit, the Robot Chicken stuff, man. Like, when he's down in the Sarlacc pit, he's talking to the dude, he's like, "Oh yeah," and then I did a sweet ass backflip and swooped in with the jetpack and shot that guy, but blah blah. Yeah, it was so fucking awesome. The dude's like, "Oh man, that's really cool," but then so you're down here though. What happens? Went out like a champ.
Stuck in the Sarlacc. For the guy had no runtime, and he became like a signature star of the series.
He really did.
Yeah, I mean,
dude had like what 2 lines in the entire trilogy,
yeah,
and with like 15 minutes of screen time.
Yeah,
but
he had nothing.
That's all he needed.
Yeah,
Boba motherfucking Fett.
His presence was just that awesome. It was like, he's worth a lot of money to me. Put Mr. Captain Solo in the hold, and then the fucker flew away. That was it. Shot some really cool. I mean, he almost blew Luke's head off, like it was casual. I mean, Luke almost got vaporized.
You know what? I tell you what. Whenever Vader was lining up all the bounty hunters, and he's got to specify no disintegration.
He pointed right at Boba. Yeah, it's like,
well, not just that, but when they finally got around to the Mandalorian and they show what disintegration weapons
really
look
did,
like,
yeah.
Like, fuck, okay, yeah, understood.
Yeah, just the feet are left. I mean, basically, it wipes you out.
Yeah, I think it causes extreme pain. I think before it kills
half second.
The half second that you're there, I think that it causes extreme because it's tearing apart your atoms. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, that is not something I would want to be on the fucking wrong end of, man.
No.
Jesus. But
in the body, as is tend to be, I guess that you have to have that kind of idea. I mean, they didn't give a crap. Like, look, the bounty says
dead or alive.
Yeah, dead or alive. All I need is a DNA verification. That's a pinky toe or a thumb. I don't need the rest of you. Just your head. And bounty hunters, man, those guys, you got to think the business is always booming. Considering how many people there were in that galaxy, just doing wrong. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, if your bounty was on a hut, you might want to pass that one up, player. You don't want to mess with a hut.
Unless you're really fucking good. We're talking your Boba Fett's, your Cad Bane's, your fucking
favorite bounty hunter, Cad Bane.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that guy. He was like a more cool. I think he was cooler than Boba Fett because he was like.
We don't have enough time left in this episode for me to tell you how much you're wrong, but go ahead.
Oh God, dude! I do. I think Cad Bane. I mean, he got nerfed, as they all tend to get nerfed the longer they last. I mean, just think what they did to Boba Fett.
I will admit, Cad Bane made it into old age in a line of work that most die young in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I understand. I will give him that. And yes, some of the most badass scenes. I mean, I think it was a hut that was hiring a bunch of bounty hunters and forced them through like some Squid Games type shit to fucking see who's going to get the job. And of course, he's the type to say, "I'm not going to play this fucking game," and just basically cheated his way through the whole thing and wrecked the whole thing from the inside out. But I will give him credit. He is definitely second favorite of mine as far as the bounty hunters go. But Boba Fett, man, the only reason I don't have a mythosaur tattoo on the back of my left hand right now is because I just haven't had the money set aside for it yet.
I read a whole omnibus on the exploits of Boba Fett, and there's only been 2 bounties he has not collected on. That was Calrissian, and that was Han Solo. He
eventually got Han Solo.
He eventually got Han Solo.
Got me saying Han Solo.
But he caught Calrissian, but Calrissian was such a playboy that his girlfriend was a pirate, and she was like, "Well, I can't let you take him." He goes, "I'm pretty sure you'll kill a lot of us, but we'll get you in the end." So he's like, "I'll walk out of here, and you got a deal." And they're like, "Done." So he's like, takes the cuffs off. He takes the cuffs off of freaking Calrissian, and he walks through an entire gauntlet of pirates because they were robbing this ocean liner. And he was like, "All right, I'll get you next time." And then this guy just chills out and walks out. He kills Calrissian's bodyguard. It's like, I don't need no blaster to kill you. I beat the crap out of a guy to death.
It's Mandalorian for you.
That dude was like death on 2 feet. And he's like, "Yeah, I can't win this." All right. He's just like, "I'll get you later." Walked out of there. And walked out of there like he wasn't worried that someone was like going to sneak a shot at him. He just calmly strolled out. Because everything, he was like, I don't know, I think he was like maybe 45 at this time. He was an old guy.
Yeah.
And like his armor, it's all Mandalore armor, but it's like old armor. It's like remnants of armor that he found.
Beskar.
They didn't.
No, it's not Beskar.
Beskar. No.
Beskar doesn't rust.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're talking first generation stuff. The stuff he was wearing on the show, like on the movie, that's hundreds of years old. That stuff. Yeah. It's not the new junk.
It's like ancestral armor,
yeah.
like pieces, and only a couple of pieces of it are actually Jango Fett.
Yeah,
like he managed to go back and get a couple of pieces, but the rest of it is just Mandalorian armor from the was it the Old Republic days? Whenever they were at war with Mandalorian,
Old Republic, yep.
Yeah, so it was from back in those days that he was collecting a lot of those pieces of armor from just wherever they dropped off.
He paid top dollar for that stuff.
Oh,
he's an interesting character.
Yeah, if you get into Legends, man, like he goes back to Mandalore and becomes the Mandalore.
Well, we're not supposed to talk about it. Sorry, that was my fault, ladies and gentlemen. Like, comment, and subscribe.
We're allowed to talk about Star Wars, but we definitely got off track.
No. We've gotten onto our love topic. This is our love language. Star Wars.
It really is. I swear to God, that becomes our niche fucking special interest.
And I didn't catch it. I was like, wait a minute, whoa. It's in the notes.
Hold on.
Big, bold, all caps, no Star Wars.
It's in the notes, people. Like, comment, and subscribe. Star Wars. Like, comment, and subscribe.
After I just fucking put out the Star Wars episode.
Oh shit! What are we talking about here? We're not even supposed to talk about this today.
So what we were talking about Futurama. We were talking about Robot Chicken, Family Guy. Which speaking of the Hansel and Carbonite bit, Peter mooning fucking Stewie Vader. he's getting frozen carbonite, drops his pants real fast. It's like, yeah, he's gonna be hanging that in his fucking.
Oh god.
But yeah, fucking Family Guy, Robot Chicken,
Venture Brothers.
Venture Brothers. We got
Venture Brothers.
Let me make sure I get the name right here. Matthew Kellogg, 4408. Yeah, our one of our subscribers commented saying that we could do a whole episode about Venture Bros.
Yes.
And listen, I don't disagree with you per se. If I could get all 7 seasons, unfortunately, right now everything after season 3 is behind a paywall for me. But Netflix has the first 3 seasons, and I went back through and binge watched it because while it is a great show, I hadn't seen it in, honestly, actually decades with an S there on the end. Multiple decades. I mean. Since it first came out, I remember watching it on Adult Swim, and I mean,
that's when I first saw it. Was on Adult Swim, and like I said, that one episode, I think it was episode 2. He killed the guy who later becomes 13. His name was Speedy, and Speedy was like a newbie who hadn't got his wings yet.
Okay, I remember Speedy.
Yeah,
because they reference him back later in season 3.
Yeah, because he was trying to get his wings right. He's trying to take charge. And they were kidnapping the kids, and Brock was there, and they got tranquilizer dots. They don't try to kill you; they just trank you, and they just flooded freaking Brock with all these little darts, and Brock was just rushing them off and coming at him. And before the trank took effect, they grabbed Speedy and they started choking him to death, and he couldn't get his grip off. They were like kicking him and they're like, oh yeah, he's really on there. And Speedy's like turning blue. So they just
Brock's unconscious at this point, but his grip is just locked. And
he just got the guy, and he's like, oh yeah, he's really on there. They couldn't get the guy off. And then, he looked away. And he tranked Speedy, so he dies in his sleep. And they buried him out in the desert. And then Brock wakes up, and he still got Speedy.
I tell you what, still to this day, one of my favorite scenes I've seen with Brock Sampson is whenever the one crazy ex-OSI agent that she shows up and she's trying to claim that she's the boys' mom.
Oh yeah,
and she kidnaps the boys.
Yeah, the one that had locked up and she escaped.
Yeah. and it's one of those things where he's like, "Oh shit, she's back." But so he finally finds the boys. She's driving his car, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
and she's like gunning it down this stretch of highway, trying to run him over, and he like turns his back to him. Hand, 10 and 2, hand outstretched out to the right side, and kind of lines up everything, takes a deep breath, and just sits. And as he sits down, he goes crashing through the windshield perfectly into the driver's seat. Foot lands on the brakes and stops, catches the professor in his arm. Oh,
yeah, that was a cool move.
I mean, literally any scene with him in it is golden. But
and the fact that that was like the first clue that I got that. Well, there were other clues. But the first real clue that these two aren't the real Sam and Dean. They're clones.
It's not Sam.
Not Sam and Dean, but...
Well, the one is Dean, but...
what's the other one?
Yeah, it's too quick. Hank.
Hank and Dean. Yeah. Sam and Dean. Boy, I got supernatural on the brain, don't I? Yeah. And I was like, oh, crap. They're not the real one. And then that whole...
And then they do the whole episode of them dying.
Dying over and over again. I'm like, oh, crap. And then they went down in the basement, and there's a whole bunch of them in tubes. Like, holy shit.
Whole army of clones. And
how many times have these two died?
I think they actually put a number to it in one of the episodes in season 3.
Like 3 years or something like that?
Well, they had died multiple times over the course of like 3 years or so, but they had died like 14 times or something like that. Yeah, it was...
They died a lot of times.
Fuck. Yeah, that's fucking...
Oh, man. She was trying to breastfeed him. You look hungry. Let mommy feed you. Let mommy feed you. Like, oh, my...
Oh, fuck.
And out of all the movie channels I have, Netflix is not one I have, so I wasn't able to brush up. I do remember watching it.
Admonishment.
Ladies and gentlemen, get in the comments and leave some ideas as far as punishment for Jolly Green.
Please.
Yeah, he had a week.
Folks,
He knew,
please
he
be
knew
gentle.
the assignment. He knew the assignment, ladies and gentlemen.
Please be gentle with me.
And he failed to do the assignment.
We may just have to get the coffin full of cockroaches out for you this time.
Oh, no. Yeah.
We're going to have to get the comfy chair, put him in the comfy chair for his punishment.
Oh,
10 minutes in the comfy chair.
comfy chair. Oh, the comfy chair sounds nice.
Be quiet. This is punishment.
Oh, okay.
The comfy chair. With extra soft pillows. The comfy chair.
It hurts so. And then you hear me start.
And a plush footstool. We're not
The
doing
built-in
this.
massager.
Yeah. This is your punishment for not doing this.
Oh, it hurts so good.
I don't know where we're going with this. We're spiraling. Bring it back around.
Oh, shit.
More Venture Brothers. The fucking... the two henchmen, it was 21 and 24, the two Monarch henchmen guys, they become main characters, and they even start talking about it like, man, we must be main characters now, man, 'cause we always survive.
Yeah. Well, they survive incredibly bad stuff. Everybody else dies around them.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever see like 3 or 4 henchmen, the other 2 are definitely goners.
Yeah.
That's a crack up about that. And then they got this one henchman. He was actually pretty legit. He was competent at least. He had like a utility belt with all the good shit on it, and then they were going through the compound, and then he's like, "Hey, you can't go in there. The alarm's on." And he goes, "Man, forget this. I'm not gonna die." And he walks right through it. He does it, and the other guy walks through. He's like, the alarm goes off. Shit, oh crap! And then Brock gets a hold of him. Brock was chasing him. And this dude was doing all kinds of acrobatic stuff, and then like his main mistake is he was trying to wrap Brock with it.
Oh, Bolo?
Yeah,
Bolo.
Bolo. He was swinging and freaking Brock grabs the Bolo in midair and then turns around and got him with it. And then he gets that signature grip, that kung fu grip on him, and all of a sudden you just see it from the perspective of Brock, and he's just punching the guy. And that's all around. That guy, in 23 and 24, they get away. He gets his ass killed. All those freaking things he did, still got killed. Yeah. And that one-eyed, what's that other, the red-eye, the one-eyed spy that he was overly obsessed with. He tore her eye out. Oh. He tore her eye out. And like she's like, these two were like always like half killing each other. She'd stab him, he'd beat the crap out of her, and then they just start making out. And then like you take her pants off and she's got this like industrial strength, chastity belt on.
Molotov cock tease.
There, Molotov cock tease. That chick was insane. It's just, they'd always get to like third base, but they never hit a home run. And he was like always hard up for her. And then she ended up getting with that big giant dude. And he's like pissed off. Yeah, that's her.
I see it.
Yeah. I think there was many late nights with that with that one. I think many dudes discovered themselves.
That's the reason why I don't sneak on until fucking 11 o'clock at night.
A lot of socks got worn out that night, boy. But yeah, then she ended up like just basically going out with the big Johnson rich dude who was an evil guy, the gigantic dude. You don't remember that big giant guy that she was hanging out with? God.
No idea. I don't remember her ever being. I mean, is this after season 3? Because like I said, I haven't seen past season 3 right now.
We gotta get you guys caught up. Yeah, the show and the movies.
There's movies?
Yeah.
There's movies.
Oh,
Yeah. That was your second lesson, but we're not gonna do this.
Oh.
You're still in the comfy chair.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like, I love that show. That's just just like
all the parodies and stuff that they run. I mean, besides the fact that it was just built off of the Johnny Quest.
The Johnny Quest, which was another show I loved. I loved Johnny Quest because that was the first cartoon that I was exposed to where they killed motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I mean, Samson killed you. He didn't. I mean, he wasn't just a bodyguard. He was an eliminator. He was killing cats. Okay, you know,
Such a gradient.
and I'm like, yeah, that's a drop off a cliff. You know, whoa, Scooby Doo. I'm gonna go outside, go play. And like the evil, like the giant mechanized spider. They have it on Venture Brothers, the mechanized spider that doesn't do anything, and then the bad guys were like going after the spider because Venture was like, I don't know, washing it,
sexy car washing it up,
sexy car washing this freaking spider, and everybody was trying to destroy it. After. I'm like, oh my god, this dude is crazy.
That's one of my favorite things about it is that he's essentially established as, you know, for some reason he's a hero, but like a lot of his actions scream supervillain, you know?
Yeah.
Even what was it, Dr. Kissinger or Killinger?
Killinger, yeah.
He was he was like, oh, we're going to show you the ways of how you would make a perfect villain and really fulfill it. It's like, no, I'm a good guy. What is this hollow, empty feeling inside of me? Am I a villain? 3 seasons in, but the very first episode fucking sold it for me, man, because they're at the UN meeting and he's like trying to show off this new invention that he has, and it's like this melt array or something like that. He's like, you know, look and see what you can do with it here. And he like turns it on this model, and all the buildings start melting, and the people and everything, and everyone just like gasps in horror, and they're like,
at the UN building.
Yeah, it's like a UN fucking peace meeting or whatever, or science exhibit or whatever the fuck it is, and they're like, oh, why would you bring something like that here? It's like, what are you talking about? It's a invention of science. This is great. They're like, look what it did to this little city. You want to turn that loose on the world? It's
You
like,
even melted the little people. and then
the one army general's like, you know, listen, son, what you built here is incredible. I want 20 of these. Can you have them ready, field ready? It's like, I don't know what the army would want one of these things, but sure, I suppose I could. You know?
Yeah. Oh god, dude. Yeah, that was a messed up part about that guy. Is as soon as he said that, the general comes up. Hey, that's great. That's a great invention you got. That. I think we'll take 100 of those things. They're like, well, I don't know why. It's stupid ass. It's a deadly weapon. And of course he's gonna want it.
It wasn't a weapon. It's invention of science.
And then of course, through all this, the kids get kidnapped.
Constantly.
Yeah, the kids get kidnapped. And nobody, they didn't get kidnapped. They got knocked out. And then they got robbed because they're in New York City. They got robbed. They took their watches and their wallets. And then like idiots, Brock is trying to call them. And these fools, they're like, oh, dude, this is like some Star Trek stuff. And then so...
Yeah, the guys find the wrist communicators.
Yeah.
Like little video
They
communicators.
steal them. And Brock finds out. He puts the navigation locator. He finds them, kills them in their apartment, takes their shit back, and then he gets he kills them right outside their apartment, and then he gets mixed up with this. Oh my god, this very seasoned prostitute.
All red, white, and blued out.
Yeah, she is like, oh my god, she is.
Yeah, I think she was like the second or third person they talked to on the streets, and she's like, you was looking for a little adventure, and
Oh yes, man.
He's like, yeah,
So
that's exactly what happened.
They go back to her apartment, and she touches Hank, and he runs out.
She touched me in my no place.
and a prostitute.
No, ugly or otherwise.
And then, at the end of the show, he's laying there with the prostitute. And they're like, aren't you supposed to be finding the kids? He goes, yeah, they'll turn up. They always do. And he goes, besides, I got $300 left. She goes, that's a lot of boom boom time. He goes, yeah, I'm going to want some change. And that's the end of the show.
The end of the episode, but yeah.
Oh, God, man. And it's always like that.
Mm.
It's all, and what's his arch name? The Monarch. Yeah, he's a monarch. He idolizes himself. He fashions himself after the monarch butterfly.
I do remember him from watching it back.
Dr.
in the day.
Girlfriend.
Oh yeah, the chick who's got a voice deeper than mine. Oh my god! I remember that episode when I first heard her voice. I was like, "What?"
I always love that it's like the running theme or running gag of the episode or the show that it's like
That maybe she's a man.
yeah. It's like, are you sure she's a woman? It's like no, trust me, it's definitely a woman.
Oh my god!
All these fucking supervillain guys that are chasing after her because she's
all of them after. Especially that one dude, Phantom Limb.
Phantom Limb. You know?
This dude, his arms and his legs and his Johnson are invisible. But he kills you by some kind of weird plasma electric shock.
Yeah, he got pumped full of some kind of like radiation or some kind of energy or something like that.
And he's like, he really is a super villain. I mean, but he just can never get it quite right.
Well, it's always the stupidity and the antics of both the heroes and the monarch usually that end up fucking him over. It's
god!
It's like, bro, I mean, dude's a brilliant tactician. He's got the money. He's got the good henchman. He's got the cool supervillain power where he can touch you and kill you with a touch.
And he's competent.
He's competent. But then, these bumblefucks that just have way too much. And then Brock Sampson usually steps in and fucking intervenes in some way, shape, or form, wrecks a bunch of shit, and then somebody else trips and stumbles over the power generator switch and unplugs everything.
Yeah.
Or some shit.
What's so funny is that Phantom Limb framed Monarch to get Dr. Girlfriend.
Then you find out that that whole thing was actually just a ploy to get at the League of Calamitous Intent.
Yeah, Calamitous Intent. That's what cracked me up. Like, all right, before all that happens, like Dr. Girlfriend and him break up. Her and Monarch break up, and she goes crawling back to Phantom Limb. And Phantom Limb has her old uniform, and she's like, you still have it? He's like, yeah, of course. And she goes, what are these white chunks on it? He goes, tears. And the thing is, like, Monarch is like, tears? You know, he's just like beating his invisible meat to this damn dress. Like, oh my god!
That's like the whole thing is like completely sheer and see through, except for like a
right over the breast, maybe the pelvic.
Cover the important bits. Yeah.
What was white trunks?
What was she? The
Miss O'Pear.
And
she had these like.
Well, no. That was her original.
That was her original henchman name. Yeah, she was always the number 2 henchman. She was never a number 1 villain.
She was like the Spectress or something.
Oh my god! And then she went to apply for a job, right? Because she was back on the market. And I remember these guys, they were interviewing people for a 4th person into their group, and she started talking to them like, Jesus, do you smoke cigarettes or eat them? And she stormed out of there like. God, her voice is really freaking deep. It's like, I was wondering, is it a guy that does her voice, or is
Queen
it
Etheria?
Queen Etheria?
Let's see.
It's
primarily voiced by Doc Hammer.
Oh, there's a guy that does the voice. That's kind of creepy. But hey, if you can pull it off, you can pull it off.
Is an American voice actor, musician, writer, and artist. He performed in the gothic rock bands Requiem in White from 1985 to 1995 and Mors Syphilitica from 1995 to 2002.
You gotta think, these voice actors, man. I'm short on thinking that it is a real job, but these guys are accomplished.
The voice actors?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so few good ones out there that you tend to recognize the names because they do so much. They're so I mean...
Like the guy who does Batman. And
which one?
The animated series.
Okay, so that was Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy.
Which he passed away recently.
Yeah. Rest in peace. They do all of the voice acting.
I mean... like I said before in the past D&D episode, I got really into Critical Role, and all those guys are accomplished voice actors, and they've been in so much. And I mean, it was really because of them that I really started kind of focusing in on voice actors and people that are doing voice actor work. And it's funny, like recognizing the voice of like an actual like screen actor that Jensen Ackles.
Yeah,
Talk about Supernatural. I mean, he's been doing a lot of voice actor work, especially with DC Comics stuff. I mean, he's voiced Under the Red Hood.
Yeah, he was Jason. He was Jason Todd.
Yeah, and then he was apparently he's voiced Batman in Justice League. What was it? I just saw it. Justice League: Crisis on Infinite Earths.
I never watched those 3. There's like 3 or 4 parts of that now, I think. But yeah, I mean,
let's see who else. I mean, obviously James Earl Jones we mentioned before.
Well, yeah, no one can mistake that guy's voice. But I mean, I really do like Venture Brothers. That show is insane. When they killed the bodyguard from Johnny Quest, they killed him they killed him in the worst way, man. The guy dies and then like he basically starts to flatulate, and they were like, "Oh my god!" And they're like, "Yeah, that happens." Like after he dies, Johnny Quest is an old dude now, and he's a crack addict.
Oh yeah,
I like. Jesus, man, they messed that guy up. They never say what happened to Haji. What happened to Haji?
I don't think they really got it in too much detail, or if they did, it was like one of those flash cut montages of people just dropping dead.
Yeah, maybe so. But the show goes in so many different ways. It's like, okay, Dr. Venture has his twin brother.
Oh yeah,
that he ate
in the womb.
He ate him, and then like his brother is alive in his stomach all this time, and then and then his brother breaks out of his stomach. And here's the thing: his brother is that smart, breaks out of his stomach, builds a robot that he can merge with or synthetically operate with. And then he tries to kill Venture with it. I was like that was pretty that's pretty cool. And then he became more successful than freaking Venture.
Like almost immediately.
Almost immediately. He has a super yacht, has his own island.
Did you know it's the same voice actor plays both characters?
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, James Urbaniak. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, he voices Rusty and Jonas. Jonas Venture Jr.
It's like it's super science mixed up with vast incompetence, because Venture, he claims to be a scientist, but basically all he's doing is piling off his dad's old tech.
Yeah, it's like he tries to fix up what he can and kind of wrap it up as his own or claim it as his own, and like most of the time he can't even get that shit to work properly.
He can't get it to work. He's just doing this. Oh god, it's just the worst part. And all he's trying to do, like, if a semi-hot chick walks onto the scene, he's always trying to bag that girl. He's trying to bag the girl. See, this is what happens when you don't watch the shows.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Which I liked it when I watched it in bits and pieces whenever it would come on, you know what I mean? I was sitting down as a kid. But it sounds really good.
What was your most like memorable moment as a kid watching these kinds of shows and shit? Like any kind of late night TV stuff. I know for me, one of the ones that stuck for like all the wrong reasons. The show Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh,
we had one episode because we had an old VCR and we had recorded like just a smash cut of like 2 hours worth of just random Adult Swim cartoons. Just one night we just recorded whatever showed up, commercials and all. And so the one recorded episode of Aqua Teen Hunger Force we had was the one with the Devil Witch.
I watched it off and on, but every time it seems to be the episode where the freaking French fry guy is zapping people, and I'm like,
it's every episode.
It's every episode. I've only watched a few, but I mean, and then there's the burger guy,
Meatwad.
Yeah, it's usually late at night, and I'm like half asleep, and I'm watching it, and I never follow it at all. I'm like, what's going on? I think I got to be drunk or high to watch this, because I don't.
General consensus for most of the shows.
Yeah, because I'm like sitting there, I don't get half of the crap that's going on around here. you know.
I just love that every time they drop something, it immediately explodes the moment it hits the ground.
Yeah,
It's like a
throw it
recurring
down.
bit.
Yeah.
I never got into that show.
It was random absurdity, not quite at its finest, but damn near.
I love their neighbor.
Carl.
Yeah, Carl. Oh my god! Every time anything that involved him, it was funny as fuck.
I went from that basically into like old Japanese anime, and first thing that comes to mind was freaking Vampire Hunter D.
Okay.
Now I like that because I got this thing going on with vampires, and I said, wow, this is cool. Girl comes in, she's like, you're like, where's this girl running around out in the middle of the darkness? This huge ass rifle, and obviously something bad's gonna happen. And of course, she's like hunting this thing that's got through this very sophisticated electric fence, and she's shooting after it. Okay, she kills that bad guy, and then of course, bad thing wasn't quite dead. Turns around, kills a horse. Then she really kills it by shooting it up really bad. Then of course, for some odd reason, there's like a 9-foot werewolf. But he's not after her. He's only going to take the cross off her neck so the big bad vampire can bite her. And I'm like, yeah, this is Japanese anime. Okay, but I was like a kid when this came out. I'm like, all right, well, fine. This is good shit. And I'm like, who's going to fight this dude, right? This is crazy. Enter the protagonist. This very stoic, depressed-looking guy walking around in the daylight. I'm like, okay, obviously this is not a vampire. He's out in the daylight. No, he's half vampire. And I'm like, okay, half vampire. So he's just so tall, dark, and handsome. And first you ask for, you put on a wanted ad, need a vampire hunter. And then the first thing you do is try to kill a guy. So then, like, he goes, it's the funny thing. He's the vampire lord of the area. Everybody knows who this vampire guy is, but nobody's tough enough to go mess around because his castle's just right outside of town. He comes in every now and again, scoops up a few young virgins, and then he runs off. Well, now that she's bitten, and like everybody's trying to hush her away, keep her away because she's like tainted, right? So then, so now Vampire Hunter D goes in there, full bore, just rushes the whole deal. Well, of course, there's all these monsters that's going to get him. And he's like Blade. He just goes in and just hack and cast down. I'm like, I like this show. This is good. You don't get this in America. Bloodthirsty. Killing, and every night, and they give you a brief, view of the nipplage. I mean, they give you. I mean, you're a young kid, so they just give you a flash of naked girl, and of course, young kids.
PG-13 in Japan means something totally different,
Oh man, that was a great show. And then they had this other show. It was kind of PG-13. It was called Appleseed.
That was
okay. Great animation, great fight scenes and stuff. But this chick's basically in love with a cyborg. I mean, he's completely cybernetic. He gets blasted to shit, and they save his life by encasing him and all his gear, which makes him like hella bad, right? He's tough as shit. But she's in love with him, and they can never really be together because,
physical intimacy's off the table.
They didn't give him the vibrator component. And she loves him so much. It's like, oh god. And she's tough as nails too.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we had Toonami. We had that nice little block of shows of just different animated everything. It was usually a lot of like the shonen style stuff, a lot of Dragon Ball Z, a lot of Naruto. And then like towards the end of Toonami and heading into Adult Swim, they would start showing some of the more more mature animes, and that's when you start getting into things like Samurai Champloo, Inuyasha.
Didn't like that one.
You didn't like Inuyasha?
I mean, I don't like teasing stuff. I don't like that stuff. I like Samurai Champloo simply because there were two dynamics that you had the cool cat who was very reserved, who is technical, but he had no flair. And then you had the wild one in the red who doesn't look like he took baths. He just like hopped around and always had his sword on his shoulder for some reason. Never had that sucker. I don't think I've ever seen it in a sheath. It was always just hanging out.
I'm sure he had a sheath for it. I'll have to look
He was
it up.
always swinging that thing. It was awesome.
But
Yeah.
the
That ditzy girl. Did not like that girl, man.
talking about well-known voice actors though, Mugen, the guy in red, he's voiced by Steve Blum.
Really?
Yeah, and that guy has voiced fucking everybody. I mean, he's in everything. I mean, he's most well known for Spike Spiegel and Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
Which is as another one that I was going to bring up next. He's voiced Wolverine like damn near every iteration of any animated or video game. He was in let's see, he was the first bad guy in Avatar: Legend of Korra.
Craptacular.
He voiced Starscream in Transformers Prime.
Okay.
Voiced Sub-Zero in most of the Mortal Kombat games.
Jeez.
He was Tank Dempsey in Call of Duty Zombies.
Well, there's only like.
He voiced Ares in God of War.
Okay, look. Voice actors, especially for like video games and old anime and stuff, even the new stuff, there's only a couple of them and they do everything. They do everything.
Yeah.
But let's see. I mean, Cowboy Bebop, yeah, I really couldn't see anybody else doing his voice, though.
Right.
I mean, that was personality come straight out on the screen. I gave a crap about the other two. The girl was interesting, but then she was too interesting because she left before the show ended. And the dog was awesome. That
Ein.
yeah, Einie or Einstein or whatever that dog was a genius, and it was a dog.
Faye Valentine.
I didn't give a crap about the girl. She obviously got on my nerves. But the young chick who was a genius, who kept hijacking, she kept hijacking her ship with a remote control. I thought she was pretty cool. But man, the drama that happened with that show, bounty hunters, they were always broke. Always broke.
That was always cooking up beef and bell peppers. There's no beef.
No beef, yeah.
Why you call it beef and bell peppers? There's no beef. You can't just call it bell peppers.
Just they were so hungry that one time, and that freaking parasite creature.
Oh yeah,
got
that
on
was
the
like a
ship.
fungus or something.
Yeah,
and
it was eating everybody, or biting everybody, and getting them sick. And it was the girl that ate it. Somebody ate it.
Well, so there was like it was some kind of cargo that they picked up, and it was like a thing full of mushrooms, and some of the mushrooms had gotten bad, and there was some like slime mold that was in it, and the girl ended up like experimentally feeding the mushrooms to everybody and seeing how they all reacted, and so like the entire episode, everyone's just tripping balls. Like Spike, he ends up like he's like down in the gym, and he's like finishes up his workout, and he goes up this little catwalk steps, and it's like 3 steps, but he starts going up the steps, and he's just looking at this infinite staircase, just stepping up and up and up and up, and it cuts to him, and he's just standing there stepping on the same step over and over and
Just
over.
marching on one step.
Yeah, he was gone.
But yeah, that was a good one. What was it? Trying to remember. See, it's tough for me trying to think of the stuff that was like really nostalgic for me in my childhood, because I don't really remember a whole lot of my childhood. I don't know if you guys know this about me or not, but like when I was 14, I got hit by a car.
Yeah.
And
I don't think I did.
yeah, so I mean, little black Nissan or whatever it was took me out of the knees. They said it had to have been going about 55 miles an hour before he hit the brakes and took me out, man. I went up into the windshield and it got flung off. And yeah, I mean, I got up and walked away from the incident. It was, it had to have been wild to see from the outside, man. My buddy JB was there and saw it happen from the median. I was walking my bike along beside me, heading across the 4-lane main street here in town, and ran right out in front of the thing, man. My bike goes under the car. I go up and roll into the windshield. Apparently, just like in the panic, not thinking, I did exactly the thing you're supposed to do and went limp. And so I roll up into the windshield, cradled into the windshield, 2 impact points, spiderweb the whole thing, from my back and the back of my head hitting. Stops, I get flung off, roll a couple of times on the ground. And I'm like laying there for a couple of seconds. Everyone thinks I'm dead. But I'm just like, all right, everything's still working, still breathing, all right, slowly get up and, nothing's hurting. I'm like, okay, I got a little bit of a limp because my ankle got, the handlebars of my bicycle smacked me on the ankle and bruised my ankle. This got knocked off of my face and landed without a scratch on them, neatly folded on the sidewalk off to the side. They were able to find those fairly quickly. And
you used up all your Jesus points on that one.
Every little ounce of luck that I had, man. And I get rushed off to the emergency room. I get x-rayed and checked out and everything, and relatively fine. I think long-term wise, I got a lot of lower back issues from the sudden jarring sideways right around the hip area. Mm-hmm. But ever since then, I mean, a lot of my mental health issues started kicking off right around that point. I mean, it's hard to really say that that's the specific thing that triggered a lot of it, because I was 14 at the time. That's about what time all that stuff starts manifesting anyways, But I was, ever since then, I've had a lot of memory issues of anything before that. I don't remember a lot of high school. I don't remember a lot of middle school.
And that's why you don't remember Toonami?
I remember Toonami.
Just only in phases.
Well, because I mean...
And then you see the car, and then you start to fold up into a fetal position.
No. I will say, for like several years after that incident, I couldn't cross the street unless there was absolutely no cars coming in either direction.
I don't blame you.
Look left, look right, look left, look right, look left, look right. I bet you did.
But no, I definitely remember. I remember Toonami. I remember especially the robot. I mean, the host Tom. He was my favorite. Also voiced by Steve Blum.
I would want what I was always waiting for Toonami, especially that little robot. I thought that was a part of the show. I wanted him to do something other than punch on that console. I wanted some space battle or something.
Right,
but it never happened. What was another show that was out? See, there's.
Do you remember Squidbillies?
That looked.
That was one of the memorable. That was one of the, which is stupid.
That looked too low rent for me. I didn't want to.
That Naruto.
I didn't want to sully my eyes with such.
Not Naruto.
I didn't get into Naruto until I was like in my 30s.
Yeah.
I saw this. That's when I think it was a later issue where he was being attacked, and then the fox spirit came out of him, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" And he didn't even know. It basically just happened. I guess the fox spirit in him didn't want to die, and so he's like, "Oh shit, we're about to die. I gotta do something. This kid's too stupid."
So I'm trying to remember, I think the first big reveal of Kurama taking over and like influencing him was whenever Orochimaru was attacking him in the forest.
I was like, that's when I had to go back to the beginning and go through that whole. See, because how I am. If I'm not cooked in the first episode or whatever, I tend to write it off.
Yeah.
But I mean, so I was like, oh shit, this is not that bad. I mean, it took years.
Well, in Naruto, especially the first portion of the show, like before Shippuden, it's kind of rough to get into because there was so much filler going on because they were trying to put the show out at the same time as the manga, and between that and the translating to the American audience for the English and stuff, there was a very large like gap where they just had to keep pumping out filler in order to keep up, waiting for the manga to come out. And so, yeah, a lot of filler. It can be a bit of a drag.
I'm glad we got us started on this one because I didn't mean to say Naruto. I meant to say Dragon Ball Z in parts. But the one that hits me with the most, like when I think of like late night, I think of Squidbillies. And it was just stupid. It was completely and utterly stupid. And I remember I came out and was like, "Mom, I found this show." And I described it. And I think I said octopus titties. And my mother was like, "Yeah. At 9 o'clock, you're done. TV's done." I was like, "Oh, I fucked a pooch on that one."
You love knocking out yourself and other people.
I'm horrible. Yeah, I'm bad at it. Yeah.
Nah.
Cause I'll sit there and it just, I'll start sweating bullets, and I'm like, and then they're like, "What's wrong?" And nothing's going on. They don't even expect anything. I'm like, "I did it. I didn't mean to. It just happened."
Oh, no. I can keep a secret. What got
Other
me,
people's secrets.
Oh, yeah, other people's secrets. I let that shit out. My own secrets I keep. Everybody else, y'all in trouble. If I find out about it, oh, yeah, everybody else is
I can keep secrets, just not my own.
Yeah.
So I don't even think Big Smoke is his real name. You know,
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever you want. Whatever
Right
you
there
want.
on my ID card that you're not going to see. I mean, look, late night is, I don't know, those cartoons didn't really do it for me.
I said the absurdist stuff at a certain age, I was really hooked into it. It was a lot of fun. Squidbillies was a bit after I was past that age, but it was like Aqua Teen Hunger Force,
Yeah, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Super Jail. Yeah, that was a lot like it kind of really reminds me of a lot of stuff that like Meat Canyon does, where it was just like very
dark.
exaggerated, very dark,
Yeah.
very exaggerated characters and stuff. The movement style of the animation was very similar. But yeah, Super Jail, Mission Hill. Well, that one wasn't quite as absurdist. That was just more adult animation.
Yeah. See, for me, it was not Bill and Ted. Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted.
Yeah, I don't like Bill and Ted. Beavis and Butthead. Then there was the spinoff of that was Doria.
Yeah.
Then there was this one weird one. It was called Eon Flux. It was like a bunch of like anthology shorts.
Okay.
Now it was
I've seen the movie and I knew there was a comic book that it was based on.
Yeah, it was really weird. I still don't understand it. I never got the full concept of it. I watched an episode here and there, but some of the episodes I was like, "Well, this is weird shit. What is this?" And I was just soaked in.
I imagine there's a lot of like cyberpunk dystopia stuff, kind of very similar to like Ghost in Shell and stuff like that. It was...
There was this one particular episode, and I can't even give you a context, but basically the woman Eon was in love with this guy, and then she was sent to spy on him or whatever. And I think later she was supposed to kill him. But then they send her in to get the kill order. And the original spy, she's a clone of that spy. And they switch places. And she's supposed to kill him. And she doesn't. She falls in love with him like the previous one does.
Oh, shit.
And then like he finds out and he makes a run for it. She has him dead to right. And she doesn't kill him. She's got him in the scope, and he's running, and she doesn't kill him. And I'm like, what the hell is this show about? And I every time I think about it, I keep going, man, I missed out because I didn't follow up on it. And then I see the movie, and the movie is like weirder than shit. I'm like, what the hell is this movie?
Absolutely no sense whatsoever.
It made no sense. I'm like, this is nothing like the 3 or 4 episodes I've watched of the actual show. So I was like, okay, that's just one of the things that Hollywood likes to do is mess up with stuff that I got attached to. Yeah, so I just let that go. Yeah, Beavis and Butthead. No reason why I should like that show, other than it's just completely stupid.
Yeah.
Just completely stupid.
It was like Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy. The first season was, it's like, okay, it was gross, and it's like, okay, I like it for some reason. Like that one superhero that kept flying backwards. Powdered Toast Man. It's like, Powdered Toast Man. I
forgot about it.
Yeah, it's just dumb show. Yeah, and then I don't know what happened. Something happened to Ren and Stimpy, and it just got too stupid. I mean, it got like beyond dumb. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can't watch this anymore. Jeez. And then I got hooked into that like deep Asian anime, and after that I didn't look back. Oh, I got a nemesis. I just like Venture Brothers, I have a dedicated arch nemesis.
Yeah,
the wife of one of my buddies.
Shout out to a dedicated listener.
Dedicated. Hi, my nemesis. How you doing? This is for you. Yeah, leave that shit in there.
Let that shit run.
How you doing, nemesis? Think of me and have all that hate that's swirling in there like a knot. Yeah, keep that. Yeah.
Here in a couple of days, you're gonna get a call. Why did you?
I'm gonna get a if he listens to it, I will get a call the same day. Because she won't call me direct. She has my phone number. She won't call me direct. Man turd I am.
Well, hopefully he's like, it couldn't have been that bad. Let's rewatch it again. Get us that second view.
Oh yeah. And that's all I have to say about that.
That's all I have to say about that. But to late night cartoons.
This is like a grab bag, this podcast. You don't know what you're getting with each episode. It might say something, but...
Well, I've been noticing, like I said, I was talking about
this earlier.
Yeah, let us know if you like this, guys. But you know what I mean? It's a grab bag. You never know.
Well, so we've kind of started falling into this kind of format or this
Routine,
pattern. Yeah,
yeah.
so we come in, we do our little banter in the beginning, and then it kind of flows into the topic. Try to naturally tangent into the topic, and then we go off on a tangent, a hard tangent about halfway through. It's like our halftime show. We go off of this hard tangent, and then we kind of circle back around to it, and then it kind of stays on somewhat of a rail in that regard. But
we should be like in Star Wars and have a big sign that says "Stay on target."
I'm gonna say,
stay on target.
Stay on target.
Well, depending on what you like, we start talking about Star Wars. You got
crap, that's right. We're talking about Star Wars.
You start nodding off a little bit.
See,
here's the thing, right? If I try to put too much rail, right? If I try to put the bumpers up on the side of the lane, it's gonna come off as disingenuous. It's not gonna be us, And this is us. This is real, unfiltered us. We're not reading from scripts here, guys.
No.
I mean, I don't think we even have any written notes actually anywhere.
I do. Freaking
keep forgetting to bring your notebook.
No. My notes are in the car. Because I was sitting in the car looking. Okay. Can't talk about the mustache guy. Okay.
The tiny mustache enthusiast.
No, we're talking about Star Wars. That I had written, underlined twice. Do not talk about Star Wars. Okay. Ex-wife. Don't talk about this. So I have notes. I just don't bring them in here.
It keeps it interesting. Maybe you're falling asleep a little bit. They've been on Star Wars for half an hour. You start drifting off, and then big Latina bitches, and it's okay, here we go, guys. We're getting into it. Yeah, I'm back. I'm interested.
So they call that retention beats, right?
Yeah,
so it's actually something that I've you gotta start having some meetings or something, but
time,
right. So start getting somewhat organized, but this is something that we're getting better at naturally over time. So and kind of in small leaps and bounds because we are recording once a week, so it's just kind of how we have to do things. So, but yeah. So I think
if you scripted all this too, and not even scripted, just if you kept, as you said, bumpers, put these railings up. I don't know. It just feels like it wouldn't be as fun for us. You know what I mean? It's nice just being completely us. We're not held down by. You know what I mean?
Work without work.
Yes.
Yeah, and like I said, the original idea for this podcast was, this is late shift, the kind of conversations we have at work.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only difference between here and there.
It really goes to a lot like how it would be at work.
It does, except we don't have someone going, okay, you guys are hanging out too long. You need to come here. Chief, you need to come up here with me. Come up here.
See, that's why we have these conversations like this, because we have to normally have them at the day job in 30-second snippets.
Yes.
Hold that thought, and then we just never circle back around to it. 3 days later.
I will say the other day I was talking and you said, you're up, and I can't. I was like, yeah, whatever. And I turned around and you were slowly hustling back here to come get me. And I was like, oh, come.
Delivery's in the bag. Get the fuck out the door.
What was it? I was like, I'm gonna clock myself out. I'm gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna use the bathroom, and then I'm gonna come back through. I'll punch myself out. He's like, no, you're not running my shit up. You're running your own shit up.
Numbers.
Hey, you're not running my time. I'll be running your time.
Yeah. As soon as you said that, no.
And he was like, no. Negatory. Yeah.
All right, folks, we're gonna wrap it up there tonight. It's been a pleasure and a treat having you all with us in the break room today.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Yeah, we'll cut it there, and we'll see you on the next shift.
Adios.
Later.
All right.
time to empty out the mop bucket, run the trash, and hit the lights. Go get off my time clock, and be safe getting home.